Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases. We are going to talk about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peeked, and I'm going to let you know whether or not I want to pick it up, and then you let me know down in the comments whether or not you want to pick it up as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts about all of these new makeup releases, but remember to keep it respectful. There's no need for us to be arguing or being mean to each other over colored powder, because that's all it is at the end of the day. I'm very lucky to have a sponsor on today's video, so let's roll that clip first. I'm so excited because the beginning part of this video is sponsored by Scentbird. I am one big Scentbird fan. I have my own subscription, and every month in my monthly hauls, I let you know which scent I picked and how I feel about it. So when they reached out and wanted to work with me, that was an easy yes, because this is already a subscription that I'm using, paying for, and loving. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription where every month you get to pick your own fragrance to try out for only $17 a month. And you get to pick your fragrance. There are no surprises. I cannot begin to explain to you how many different kind of fragrances they have. And they have more well-known brands such as Prada, Gucci, Versace, but they also have some indie brands such as Skylars and Confessions of a Rebel that I'm going to be showing you here today. And they also have some luxury options such as Initio, and we're going to be talking about that today as well. I love their selection. Their website is amazing. There are so many different fragrances to pick from, and you can find fragrances based on brands. You can find fragrances based on like release date, like you can find the new stuff, and you can also, which is my favorite way of discovering perfumes, and one of the reasons why I love Scentbird as much as I do, you can find new fragrances based on notes. So let's say you have a favorite fragrance that is cardamom note, and you're like, I want to try another fragrance with cardamom. You can choose that via Scentbird and just find all of the different fragrances that have that, and then you can try it out for only $17 instead of just splurging and buying the full bottle for $100, sometimes $200-300. Perfume is expensive, you guys, okay? And you can just see, is this for me? And they will send you a bottle. It looks like this, and this is a 30-day supply, but I'm gonna be honest with you, there is quite a lot of fragrance in this one. It definitely will last you well over 30 days if you spray it like every day on you. And you also get one of these cases. This is probably the most beautiful one I have, this midnight blue with the gold on it. It's just such a convenient thing. This travels really well. You can put it in your purse. I've been traveling with these a lot, and I also will let you know that these, without the case, you can still spray them. Like, you don't need the case to spray them. Just letting you know. So Scentbird is perfect if you're the kind of person that's like me, doesn't necessarily have a signature scent, but you just like having different scents for different occasions. You will just get an array of different things, and you can pick different things based on your mood for the month, basically. Maybe something fruity, maybe something florally, maybe something sexy. Maybe you want to try a men's cologne. They have all of that and then some. It's also perfect if you are looking for a signature scent and you just want to try a bunch of things with that note that you know that you like, just to find your special one. But the absolute favorite way that I like to use Scentbird is to try out fragrances that I just don't want to splurge the full size on, and I get a big amount to try. And if I really love them, I'll just buy the full size, because I love fragrances. Fragrances is my absolute favorite thing with beauty. You might think it's makeup, but it's actually fragrance, and I love more unusual notes, and that's where I think Scentbird really shines, because I can look for grass notes or watery notes or cardamom or just stuff that I can't really find in every other perfume. And I have some really fun perfumes here to show you today. I was actually able to pick these three myself, so let's see if I have good taste or not. So the first one in this light minty blue one is the Confessions of a Rebel. This one has red apple, mandarin, cypress, liquid vanilla, and clary sage oil. I love green scents that are not florally, and I love fruity scents that are not too sweet. This one does have vanilla in it, so I'm kind of hoping that the green notes and the fresh fruits are gonna be like taking over. And I'm always looking for this is very fresh. I'm always looking for more interesting fruity scents, because I've been really falling in love with fruity scents, and this one seems to be combining two scents that I really like, which is greens without the flowers and fruits without the cake. I want fruit salad, I don't want fruit cake. This is very fresh and not too much. I definitely smell the red apple and the mandarin, and there is like an almost garden after scent. The vanilla is not taking over too much, which is something that I prefer. Honestly, I really like this one. This is a fresh, everyday scent for me. Maybe more spring and summer, but honestly, I wear scents regardless of the season. Then let's get into this beautiful dark blue one. This is Etat Libre d'Orange. How's my French? This is Remarkable People. This one has grapefruit, champagne, cardamom, and sandalwood. 3 notes that I love, which is citrus fruits, boozy notes, and cardamom. And the way that I'm super excited to be trying this one out, I can't believe I've been able to hold myself this long. That is truly remarkable. Okay. It almost makes me tear up because it's so beautiful. It is like a grapefruit cocktail with a little bit of spiciness to it. It is fantastic. If you have the same taste in fragrances as I do, wow, this is one of the best scents I've tried in a really long time. I am so impressed. Last one in this like dove blue, we call it dove blue in Swedish, I don't know why, is Initio. This is a more expensive perfume, and sometimes with these a little bit more expensive perfumes, you can add on a little extra cost and just get a luxury perfume instead. And Initio is luxury, and the fact that I have this bottle of it makes me very excited. This is Side Effect. This has cinnamon bark, rum, tobacco, saffron, sandalwood. Again, spices and a boozy note, and I also love tobacco, so cannot wait. It's very boozy, and the saffron, oh, there's the tobacco. This is a date night perfume. If you like heavy spicy scents but not oud, because I love a little bit more of a boozy spicy heavy scent, but I don't love oud. It's like an even grungier version of Jazz Club by Replica. Very sexy. I am very excited about these scents. Wow. If you're interested in trying out Scentbird, you can use my code Angelica N55 for 55% off your first order. Scentbird is available in the US and Canada, and this makes your first order just a little bit over $7. I will leave all the info about Scentbird down below, together with information about the scents that I've been talking about here today. Thank you again, Scentbird, for sponsoring the beginning part of this video. I am just so in love with Scentbird. It's been one of those things that I truly look forward to each month, and maybe this could be something for you to look forward to as well. And I feel like we have to start this video by talking about the fact that I am wearing my own collab with Oden's Eye that came out this week. This is the Lil Ghost palette, and it is the Trick or Treat palette. There's also a bunch of lippies, 5 different lippies. I'm wearing this spectral lip gloss on my lips today. I did film this look for a reel. I'm gonna continue to do a bunch of tutorials for like reels on TikTok and Instagram. Should I upload them here as well? Because YouTube only allows me to upload the shorts if they're up to a minute, but if they're under a minute, maybe I can upload them here as well. Let me know how you feel about that, just so you can have some extra tutorials, because obviously I am extremely proud, excited, just thrilled to be able to show you these things that we have been working on for so long. Bringing a 7-piece collection into fruition, let alone with 2 full-size eyeshadow palettes, it takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and I'm so proud of what we have done. If you want to hear more about the process of like my thought behind the color choices and like Halloween and all of that, that was yesterday's video. I talked about that in that video and like just chat a little bit about the collection as a whole, but it is available now. Some of the bundles with the different like gifts that you could get are unfortunately sold out, but that's just the name of the game, honestly. But the products are still in stock. I made sure that we have a lot of stock because I would hate for this to just sell out immediately. I hate when that happens to me, you know, one second it's there, next second it's gone because somebody stocked like 500 palettes. We did not want to have that, so it's probably going to be in stock for a bit, but I'm just super excited about this just being here. I'm proud of myself, I'm proud of Oden's Eye, I'm proud of the work that we've done, and I'm just so excited. So if you want to see more about this collection, that will be, well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This whole week has been about this collection because, like I said, it's 7 pieces, there's a lot of things. And if you want to see more pictures, that is going to be on my Instagram, that is always linked down below. And I will link all of the things that I'm talking about in this video. They're going to be linked in the description box, together with any links, any discount codes, if I have any release dates, anything like that. So if you're wondering about anything, check the description box. I will also leave some corresponding videos if I have it, and my links and codes may be affiliated, meaning that if you use them, I do earn a small commission, and if you do that, thank you so much for supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. Okay, I've been chatting too long about this look, but like, look at this. It's so beautiful. Oh yeah, I am wearing a Tailspin t-shirt. I love Tailspin. Oh my god, such a good show. I will leave a link to this. I will put a pinned comment with the things that I have on my face. I will link this t-shirt in case you're interested. It's so pretty. But let me scoochie. By the way, my chair, so many of you were asking about it. I did link it in a pinned comment in the video where I talked about it. Remind me and I'll put that in the pinned comment as well. The most comfortable chair I've ever had in my life. It's absolutely amazing. But let me scoochie and we can talk about the makeup. Let's start with mentioning the new collection from Colourpop. Colourpop has not been releasing as much as of late. I mean, there was a couple of years there, like 2020, 2021, and bigger parts of 2022, where Colourpop released a collection every Thursday like clockwork. It was like you could put a timer. You could set the world clock according to the Colourpop launches. But as of late, they have been releasing way less. 1 to 2 things a month, and I like that. I don't mind a brand releasing one thing a month if they release fun things, if they release reasonable things. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Colourpop, a brand that is big and that is an affordable price point, to have like something twice a month. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. And their next collection now, after the Haunted House collection, that I'm gonna sit down and talk about Disney and like what I think about everything. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But this collection, this one that is called Angel Vibes Only, this is a neutral collection from Colourpop, and I think a lot of people are really gonna enjoy this. I mean, I am a happy clown. People that try to put me down in my makeup style, they're like, who wants to look like that? Who wants to look like a clown? I do. I am one very happy clown. I want to be fun and colorful, and I don't mind if you don't want to be that. That's perfectly fine. But there's really no need to try and bring somebody else down for their makeup aesthetic, because I'm not out here telling you that I don't like your makeup. Clearly I'm into this. Clearly somebody else is into something else, and it's all fine and dandy, because brands like Colourpop is bringing out something like this for the people that love neutrals. I saw some thumbnails. Like I said, I'm getting this in PR today. I saw that it's coming in, so I haven't, like, as I'm filming this, I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but I saw some thumbnails of people comparing this to the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, and you know what? Just looking at this, I can see that. I can see this being like an affordable option to a Natasha Denona palette. I will say I love the Natasha Denona quality, and Colourpop usually has good quality, but I don't think they have Natasha Denona quality. Let me just put it like that. But there's also a huge price difference. Loving the blushes. And see, this is blushes that are neutral tones, but like for different skin tones. I think it looks pretty. The Luxe lipsticks, I like them. 4 new colors. Shadow sticks, they aren't really for me, but is that a matte one? The one shadow stick? No, they're all shimmery. No, one is a matte brown. Because I actually didn't dislike this new formulation of the shadow sticks. I've talked about that before. I actually think this new formulation is pretty good. I might keep that matte one. I might do something with this. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just give it away because, you know, me and neutrals. But I overall don't think that this is a bad collection, and it's been a while since Colourpop had something really neutral, and I do think a lot of people will get good use out of this. I just don't know if I'm gonna be the person that gets good use out of this, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna rain on somebody else's parade. If you think this is absolutely beautiful, it is available now. I have a discount code if you want to get some money off. I will leave a link down below. Something else that is available now, and I did talk about this a while ago, and that is the new Sigma Beauty lip creams. And I did mention that these lip creams seemed very, very similar to each other. And here you can see a better picture with the different colors, and you can clearly see that yes, there are 5 different colors, but yes, the colors are pretty similar. So they're not dupes, but they're in the pretty similar ballpark, and when you look at them in the tube, it's almost like you were getting a sample and they sent you 5 different iterations of the same sample, and you get to decide which one you're keeping from someone who has been dealing with samples, and Sigma was just like, yes, all of them. I do think they're pretty colors, and I do think people are gonna like them. The lightest one, the brownie one, the Begonia, is the one that I wore 2 makeup releases ago, something maybe, but it's a nice formula. It's a fully opaque, very hydrating, not too thick, almost like a liquid lipstick, but glossy. Does this make sense? But it's not goopy on the lips. Just wanted to let you know that those are available. We've also seen some sneak peeks from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is coming out on the 29th, and I think the 29th is gonna be, there's gonna be some releases coming the 29th, because I also think that Glamlight is releasing their Ghost Faced on the 29th. And I do have a code both with Glamlight and with Blend Bunny if you want to save some money if you're making an order. But I do think the 29th is going to be a busy day, because I feel like there was some other release that was coming that day as well. So that's going to be a busy day. I am assuming that this Blend Bunny palette is coming to me in PR. I love Blend Bunny, so if this one doesn't show up in PR, I will be purchasing it myself. I'm guessing this is like a... it's like a spooky candy vibe. So I'm guessing that this is Blend Bunny Cosmetics' take on a Halloween palette, because it seems to be black and pink. I'm excited to see what this is all about. I love Blend Bunny Cosmetics quality. And she also did sneak peek that she's releasing, I think, 2 new shades in her lip oils. Let me double check that they're actually the lip oils. Yes, 2 new shades in their lip oils, and it's a blue and a black. And I saw some swatches of them, and I don't think the blue is going to be for me, because if something is too blue, like if there's too much blue in a lip color, if it's too cool toned, my like teeth just looks incredibly yellow. It just does not work for me at all. But I think the black one is going to be a really cool one, especially with like a lip liner and then like a sheer black lip oil. That one I am extremely excited to be trying out. I will say, this is just me putting in like, this is a little caveat. I have been dealing with some, I'm calling it health issues, but I want to elaborate a little bit more on it in an upcoming video. I'm still just processing everything myself. So that's the reason why I've been falling behind on a lot of pictures, a lot of swatches, a lot of indie releases. And I feel bad because I'm so grateful when indie brands send me their releases. And I love playing with new makeup, but I have been falling behind. But I did get good news, so that makes me very excited. So I am definitely, I'm back in the saddle. I am going full throttle again. I'm super excited to be diving in. So come next week, I am going to be filming a bunch of new things, not only with my palettes that I just released, but also with other indie releases, because my heart always beats for indie releases, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this like thing from Blend Bunny, because I know she makes amazing makeup, and I'm just so thrilled to see what this is. There seems to be something in the water though with Emily in Paris, because this is the, I think this is the 3rd Emily in Paris. No, this is the 4th Emily in Paris makeup collection. And listen, I love Emily in Paris as a guilty pleasure as much as the next person, which is medium, because I don't, is anyone out there being like, oh my god, Emily in Paris is my favorite series? It's a nice guilty pleasure. Who was I talking to when I was in Disney? They asked me if I liked the series, and I was like, next time you're sick, binge this series. It is like guilty pleasure series. There's nothing deep about it. If you're a little feverish, you won't miss anything important. That's how I feel about Emily in Paris. But Lancome did a collection with them. Spectrum Brushes, I think, did a collection with them. Makeup Revolution did a collection with them. They're even having an advent calendar. I think it's available at Beauty Bay. And now Essence. And I'm like, is this series just a lot more loved than I thought it was? And I really don't think that this series is super inspiring when it comes to like the beauty side of it. Am I missing something? Did I miss something? I mean, of course it gets good views on Netflix, but like getting good views is not the same as like it's selling a lot with make. I don't know. Am I missing? I think I'm missing something. But yeah, this is Emily in Paris by Essence, and this is eyeshadow palette that is, yeah, you open it, it's the Eiffel Tower in that clunky cardboard packaging. Yeah, you're seeing that correctly. That is definitely what you're seeing here. Is one of the ugliest packagings we've seen this year, and we've seen a lot. We've been through packaging trauma in the makeup community. I mean, if you want it, go get it. I won't be fighting you in the checkout line for this one. Something that I did think though was very cute, and I am trying to see if I can convince my husband that we need to go. I think it's available at Walmart. I turned Swedish there. Well, I am Swedish, but I turned very Swedish. I think this is available at Walmart, right? Spotted in some local Walmarts. This is Hard Candy and Wednesday. I think this looks very cute. I got some PR from Hard Candy there for a bit, and I thought some things were really good, and I thought some things were, well, not so good. I actually don't receive PR from them anymore, and I think it's probably because I'm not featuring them a lot on my channel, which makes sense. And I don't know if I necessarily would like to buy any of this, but sometimes I just want to see it. It's like Makeup Sue. I don't want to bring the animals home. I just want to go and look at it, have a snack, and go home. Just me? I think I'm getting this in PR, and I'm like giggling as I think of it because Kayali is releasing new fragrances and they are releasing the Oudgasm Collection. Here's the thing, I've told you before, oud is not my favorite scent or my favorite note in perfumes. I sometimes feel like it takes over, it becomes too much, and I feel like I smell like BO, which is not what I want. I don't want to smell like that. I do definitely have a peculiar taste when it comes to what I like my fragrances to smell like, but BO is definitely not one of them. Let's just put it like that. But this is 4 different oud perfumes, and I'm thinking this could be my chance to see how do I like oud? Like, because there are fragrances that has oud that I actually like, and this could be my chance to discover how do I like it and together with what notes. Because this is vanilla oud, cafe oud that has cappuccino notes. Excuse you? Rose oud and tobacco oud. And the tobacco... Is this alcoholic? Naturally flavored water. The tobacco oud has mandarin, white honey, and tobacco. I don't know about you, but that sounds absolutely smashingly amazing. Just wow. These are Eau de Parfum Intense, and they are being available on October 1st. And I think I am getting this because I got a message saying that I have a package coming from Huda Beauty. And I mean, Huda Beauty is... Okay, let me rephrase. Kayali is being shipped from the same warehouse as Huda. That's something that I've noticed. I think it is Huda's sister Mona that owns Kayali. I'm not 100% sure if Huda herself is involved in the brand or not, but I love Kayali fragrances. So I am so excited to be trying this one out because what else could be coming from Huda? I don't get PR from Huda, but I do get PR from Kayali, and my last PR package from Kayali came from the Huda warehouse. So I will let you know how I feel about these, because if you're like me and you also sometimes avoid an oud note in a fragrance, maybe we together can discover if these could be something for us. Speaking of vanilla and honey, this is another fragrance that I am so intrigued by, but it is so extremely expensive that there is no way that I'm blind buying these. But I did watch some reviews on this fragrance, and this is from Guerlain, and this is the Tobacco Honey. This one, it's supposedly the best honey perfume out there. It is honey and tobacco and ambery woods, and I'm just like, I need to smell this, but this is a $300 plus perfume. So there's no way that I'm blind buying this, and I couldn't find... This is from the more expensive line of Guerlain. This is their Estrat, I think. And they have a special like high-end line of fragrances. So I need to figure out what department stores has this perfume so that I can go in and smell it. Because $300 plus for a fragrance is a lot, but Tobacco Honey sounds delightful. But with that being said, remember how I just told you that that Kayali one also had Tobacco Honey. So I'm like, is one enough? Oh my god, I need to mention this just quickly. I'm sure that you watched Teresa's Dead. I mean, I watched Teresa's Dead, you watched Teresa's Dead, we all love Teresa. I was hanging out with her at Disney. She has been saying that she doesn't love Dyson, but she loves this color combo so much that she would even buy this one because of the color combo, even though she doesn't like Dyson. Well, good news, Teresa, this is now available in the US. I did send this one to her. I will say the color combo is amazing. It's very 90s, bad choices were made with home decor aesthetics. Love it. It's like a core memory unlocked for me. I sent this to Teresa and I said, you can just attach a vibrator to it and get some good use out of it, because I know you don't love it for your hair. And I think her exact words were, and I quote, "The way I spit water out of mouth." We'll see how she feels about this. But it's available, I will link it down below. We have an upcoming release from Fantasy Cosmetica. This is the picture that they're showing, and I know what this release is because Fantasy Cosmetica did say that they're sending me this in PR, but I also... there is no way that I would not have guessed the theming of this based on this picture from being a gamer that loves fantasy games. The theming of this, this is the easiest one yet. So yes, I do know what it is, but also if she hadn't told me what it is, I still would have known what it is. It is, for me, blatantly obvious, and I am so excited to be trying this out. Like I said, indie brands are killing it this season. This one is full reveal September 23rd. That's very soon, and it's launching on September 27th. I also have a code with Fantasy Cosmetica you can use if you want to get some money off. And there also are some restocks coming. Remember a while ago I talked about that they released a fragrance with the... I have that one here. I don't remember where. They released a fragrance with the Sorceress palette, and now they've also released a fragrance with the Bard palette, and the Bard palette is also in stock, and a bunch of their palettes have been getting new and improved fronts, just the packaging to better reflect and to be more streamlined with the entire collection. I think the new fronts look absolutely amazing. I think the packaging looks beautiful, and I'm so excited to see about these new things that are coming in, the fragrances. The new fragrance that they have released is a honeysuckle perfume, so it's supposed to be sweet and florally, and my friend Heather loves honeysuckle, so I sent that to her and she's like, I'm definitely gonna be trying that one out. And I did buy the Sorceress perfume myself, and I do have it here, and it is such a lovely pineapple-y, fruity perfume. It's super, super beautiful. I really, really like it. So we will definitely be talking more about Fantasy Cosmetica in the future, but just know, not only did they restock a bunch of things and repackage some stuff, there's also some new fragrances, plus there is a new release coming soon, and I'm excited to show you that one. Another brand that has teased that they're releasing something soon is Glaminatrix Cosmetics, and it says a new love is blossoming. And Glaminatrix Cosmetics is an Australian indie brand, and I think they're going into spring now, so I think that this is very spring appropriate. So if you're the kind of person that's just sick and tired of all the orange and yellows and fall themed palettes and want to get something else, or if you're living in the southern hemisphere, just know that Glaminatrix Cosmetics has you, and I think they're releasing this spring themed palette. This is also, I got shipping confirmation, this is being sent to me, and I'm very intrigued to see what this is. I think that Glaminatrix Cosmetics has really high quality products, and I'm wondering if this is going to be, because she is not necessarily some palettes are really bright, but I know that she, the owner, the creator of the brand, is more into neutrals. So I'm wondering, the last palette was like cool tone neutrals with some pastels, and I'm wondering if she's going to lean into maybe some pinky mauve neutrals. This is me guessing. I haven't seen the palette. All I've seen is shipping confirmation. So we're going to be talking about this soon as well. I'm excited to see what she's releasing because it could be something really, really fun. Rhode is a brand that I have never tried anything from, and normally when I see brands being super, 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 super popular, it makes me very intrigued, and I'm like, hey, I want to try that too. But for one reason or another, I have not felt that way with Rhode, and I think the main reason is that they've mainly been skincare. But now they're expanding their lip treatments. It's the peptide lip treatments, and now they're coming out with some more colors, and it is espresso, toast, Ribbon and Raspberry Jelly. And honestly, I think these look really cute. They're $16 each. They are launching on the 28th of September. And I've heard some good stuff about these, and I especially like the espresso one. That one looks really, really pretty. Do I need it? Should I try it? I don't know. How do you feel about it? Have you tried anything Rhode? I know that Kaki has really been enjoying Rhode. I'm just like, what do you think about this? I feel like Rhode is such a TikTok brand, and since I'm not hanging around a lot on TikTok, I feel like sometimes I miss the hyped products on TikTok. I would like a comprehensive list. Can I get like a best of the hyped products on TikTok this week? Is somebody making videos like that on TikTok? I would like that. Like, these are the products that were hyped this week. Can someone make a list like that? I would watch that. KVD Beauty has released some Dazzle Gel Hyper Metallic eyeshadows. These are gel shadows that are metallic in a pot. I think the colors are really cute. You can almost tell, at least on one or two of them, that there could be a slight shift from pink to a purple and from like a blue to a purple, but I don't know how that's gonna look like in real life. It says multi-chromatic shades. You do with that information what you want. I don't see any multi-chrome action in the swatches, but also like if you have ever tried multi-chromes, you know that they can look very flat in some lights, they can look very dynamic in some lights, and depending on if the product photography is made in a way to show multi-chrome, you might not be able to see it without seeing it in store. This is definitely one of those products that I will keep my eye on it, and if I see it in store, I will swatch it, because I'm always intrigued to see if multi-chromes are making it to the mainstream market or not. These are available now. I will link them down below. Another thing that is available now that we talked a little bit about before is the Nars limited edition holiday collection, which I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. It looks exactly like what they always release for holiday. I feel like there's a certain type of brands that release the exact same things for holiday each year. Nars, Hourglass, Too Faced, it's just same products, different packaging, and sometimes not even different packaging. It's just they just scratched the 2 and put 2023 instead on it, and it's always a blush palette. It's hard to get excited about this. As a makeup consumer that's been here for 8 years now, it's really hard to get excited about this again, because this has got to be like the 6th year in a row where something this similar is being released. Danessa Myricks has released another shade in her balm blushes. I really like her balm blushes, and when I saw this is a bright pink. When I saw this, I had this realization that like, oh, I have not used that in a really long time. I kind of want to do, and I love it. I love the formula. I love the formula so much that I bought another shade. I kind of want to do a video like great products I forgot about, like just shop my own stash of like forgotten favorites, because I literally thought that when I saw this picture. I'm like, ooh, I have not used that in a hot minute, and it's such a good product. I don't know, I feel like I might film something like that. Just get ready with me talking about stuff that clearly I have too much products. I am looking forward to my yearly declutters. I'm sure you do too. But there is a lot of things that needs to exit my collection. We've gotten a sneak peek of the MAC Cosmetics holiday collection, and I honestly think sometimes MAC can be extremely predictable. I think that this collection is honestly not that bad. I kind of like it. There are 3 palettes that I see here. The packaging looks really cute. It's almost like an ice crystal on the front. There is one that has that burgundy and mint, you know, the corner that I talked about in this palette. I love burgundy and mint. Mine is maybe a little bit more saturated. And then there is also blues. I love blues. Who's surprised? I have blue on my eyes today. And I don't think it looks bad at all. There's some single shadows, a highlighter, some lipsticks. I will say you're seeing lipsticks in the corner here. It's like a white and red ombre. And even though I like the idea of the white and red ombre, with the shape that the MAC lipstick bullets have, it kind of looks a little bit like a tampon. That's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, ooh. But I think the ombre is made to be the lip color of the lipsticks, and since most of the lipsticks are reds, it's a little unfortunate. But overall, I think it looks cute. What are those slim lipsticks? Wait, what are those slim lipsticks? Those look cute. What is that? Wait, did I miss something? Powder Kiss Velvet Blur Slim Lipstick. Peppery Pink Cocoa Kiss Merry Cherry. That might be something for me. Okay, I'm interested in that. That I will keep my eye on. I have not tried that formula yet. And in the new holiday packaging, I'm putting a pin in that. I'm putting a pin in that. I might buy that. We are getting closer and closer as well to the Halloween collection from Unearthly Cosmetics. They did have a pre-order that gone up for a while ago. I'm not 100% sure. I know that they had on the website when they are shipping out, and I know the pre-sale was very far in advance. Make sure that when you're buying a pre-sale that you check the date, that you actually think it's okay for you to wait that long, because sometimes a pre-sale can be up very long in advance. But we're getting very close to Devour coming out. I know I said that this was a mystery box, but this is actually not a mystery box. This is a Halloween collection. So you see the packaging here, looks super cool, and we're going to be able to see swatches and all of that as well. And I have actually seen how the inside looks, and I don't remember what it looks like now on the top of my head, but I remember thinking, ooh, that's cool. So yeah, they're also having a giveaway right now. Oh, it's closed, I'm sorry. Yeah, but follow them on Instagram because they had a giveaway. Oh, okay, so this is what it says. To celebrate that the pre-sale is returning tomorrow. So the pre-sale is open again. I did buy this one myself and I cannot wait to try it. I know that the pre-sale was up. I think it's shipping beginning of October. I think that is what it was, but don't quote me for it. But I'm fairly sure it was beginning of October that the collection was like shipping, and I'm very excited. This holiday thing by Anastasia is confusing me a little bit because they're releasing two of their palettes, Sultry and Modern Renaissance, in like plastic 9 pans, and I'm not 100% sure why. I will say the Sultry, isn't that discontinued? So releasing that one as a 9 pan makes sense, but Modern Renaissance is still here. So I'm not sure about that. Or is Sultry discontinued? Honestly, I have no idea. I guess I'm not getting it. But that is also something that's like with most holiday releases, again, they're not made for people who buy a lot of makeup throughout the year. They're made for people who buy only makeup either for themselves or as gifts throughout the holiday season. So I try to like tell myself that as I'm looking at these, when I'm like, what happened here? Speaking of that, I did save a picture here that I want to talk about, and I want to talk about this in regards to all advent calendars, gift sets, value packs, blah, 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 blah. All of those things that are coming out now through the holiday season. This one is from Louboutin. It's probably going to be super, super expensive. It's only a good value if you want all of it. Tell yourself that. Every time you look at those value sets, it has 4 lipsticks and you're saving the price of almost 1 lipstick. And you only want 3 of the colors, well then it's not a savings. It's only a good deal if you want all of it. If you don't want everything that's in the value set, it is not good value. Sometimes we get fooled by these things because they're like 16 different lipsticks, save $10. And it's like, did you want 16 lipsticks? Did you want all of these colors? Because it's only good value if you want all of it. If you don't want all of it, just buy the one color you want. I'm just saying. This makes me very excited because this is from Farsali, and I actually really like my Farsali primers. They sent me a couple of primers to try in PR, and I really like them. The only thing I didn't like about them are the droppers, like the dropper packaging. That is so 2017. I do not want that in any kind of makeup. Just give me a pump, just give me anything, just don't want a dropper. With that being said, they are releasing a luminous peptide serum with a pump, and it looks stunning. Lightweight gel, non-greasy, fragrance-free. You can use it on bare skin, on top of makeup, or as a radiant base before applying makeup. This is the packaging I'm hoping they're gonna do for their primers as well. If they do, I'm gonna repurchase my primer, the filter, I think it's called like Faux Filter or something. It's such a good primer. If that comes in a pump, I'm repurchasing. It's a beautiful primer. Here's another fragrance that I want to talk about. I love Jo Malone, but I will say the past 2 years, Jo Malone has been very heavy into floral fragrances, which is not my favorite notes. I don't like floral fragrances. They're not my favorite. They're other people's favorites, which is perfectly fine. But now they're coming out with a ginger biscuit fragrance for the season, and I'm very, very intrigued. Spiced with ginger, nutmeg, and cinnamon, melts into caramel, butter, crumbly, roasted hazelnuts. I'm not all about the gourmand scents, but gourmand with spicy, I could be about that. I could be about that. This is coming soon. We do have a really, really, really good Jo Malone counter at the Neiman Marcus here in Austin. They have the full selection and they always get the limited edition fragrances. So I will definitely be going in and sniffing that one there, because also the packaging is super stunning. I'm just like, I'm so into fragrances, and I've always been, but now there's so many fragrances releasing as well. It's a fragrance boom, and I'm just like, I just want all of them. Ooh, here is another sneak peek. This is from Lethal Cosmetics, and this is the 2-Up. They had the 1-Up, I think, palette that released, I want to say last year, and that was a beautiful color story. It was bright, it was fun, it was high quality, and it seems like they are revealing this tomorrow. So check out Lethal Cosmetics to see what this is all about, but I hope they're coming out with another gaming inspired thing, because I really like that palette. I thought it was super fun, super cute. I like the quality. I love the looks that I did. Can't wait to see round 2 of that whole thing. Oh, and I do have a code with Lethal Cosmetics, but I don't know if it's still active or not. You're gonna have to try it out and see if it works. My code is per usual, Angelica. All of that's gonna be down below, but I'm not 100% sure if it's still active, but you can try it and see if you can get some money off. Trendmood was showing another collection that's available at Walmart, and this is Wet n Wild and Scooby-Doo. And this just looks a little childish. I really liked what Glamlight was doing with Scooby-Doo, and like I said, they're releasing their Ghostface collection next week. I really liked what they were doing, and I feel like it's pretty bold of Wet n Wild to come out with a Scooby-Doo collection that looks this plasticky after the success that Glamlight has had with their Scooby-Doo collection. So this isn't for me. I didn't think that any of this looks good, but again, it's at Walmart. I want to go to the Walmart makeup zoo, have a snack, scroll the aisles, and just see what it looks like in real life. But I can already tell you that I will not be picking up any of this. We need to talk about the absolute barrage of Makeup Revolution things that are coming out. I have actually quite a few things to talk about. First of all, this is the No Tricks All Treats, this Revoween. I'm sorry, but Helaween is better than Revoween. You tried. You get a cookie for trying. But this is their Halloween collection. It has like SFX makeup and stuff in there. I think that these Halloween collections, just as the Wet n Wild collections, they're great for a Halloween. If you just want to do Halloween makeup for a couple of times during Halloween. You don't want to spend a lot of money on like special effects makeup. You just want to get something to get you through a couple of Halloween parties. I think that these from Makeup Revolution and Wet n Wild are perfect for that. Absolutely perfect for that. But they're also, are you hold on to something? Because they're also doing a collection with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This is upcoming. And there is a Makeup Revolution Wizard of Oz Yellow Brick Road set that looks sad. It looks sad. I'm sorry if you love this, because if you love this franchise, this is what you're getting. Sorry about that. And even more, there is a Makeup Revolution and Shrek round 2. I think they're doing, again, advent calendars. They're only good if you want everything or if you like being surprised. And then there is just honestly a bunch of things, and they're releasing that headband again with the Shrek ears, but this time it seems to be Fiona's with the little bow. I still have mine, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous and just so fun and nice to have when I'm washing off my makeup, to take my hair back from my face. It's Shrek celebrating Christmas, and in true Makeup Revolution fashion, they're like, oh, we're doing collabs? Well, we're gonna do 7 collabs this week. So I truly am unsure who everyone is that's buying all of this Makeup Revolution, because they're back at releasing a million things a week. And like, when even brands like Colourpop is taking a break, Makeup Revolution literally is just like, hold my beer, and they're just like spitting out releases, and they end up looking like that sad Wizard of Oz palette, because that was sad. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing weekend. I hope your week has been amazing as well. I know that I'm gonna have a really, really great weekend. We are getting some visitors visiting us actually. So let me know which ones of these products are your absolute favorites, or which ones you would want to skip. I want to hear all about it down in the comments. And again, thank you so much for the support on the Helaween collection. I am so thrilled to see that you are enjoying it, and I hope you are gonna love it when you get it as well. And thank you again, Scentbird, for sponsoring the beginning part of this video. I will leave all the info in the top of the description box down below. But yeah, I think that was everything. I will see you on Monday. Bye!